And we also have 15 own showrooms across the Philippines, which we manage ourselves. And this would be number 16. And this one is a truly special one. And it's very different from the others to the extent that the first time Hafele is actually, we're doing a collaboration with a partner. And this partner is Savers, the Savers Group in Pampanga. And so my special thanks go to, first and foremost, to Sir Jacques and Sir Johnson, who were, we can give a round of applause, who were from the beginning on very, very supportive of the idea to work together, to collaborate together, and so that we can really serve customers also in Pampanga and beyond. And so thank you very much for that support also, that collaboration. You have heard there's a little bit of change of plan, so I want to share with you, I arrived yesterday. So with that, I want to say again, thank you, Sir Jacques just came, Sir Johnson. Thank you for everyone also of the media coming. Thank you, dear guests, for joining us in this event. And enjoy, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mabuhay. Thank you.
First of all, again, welcome and thank you, media partners. Thank you, Roland and Mon, for this event and for this start of a very fruitful and exciting partnership that we have with Hafele. So, just a briefer, I'm Jansen again from Savers Appliances. And Savers Appliances started back in 1983 as a video rental shop. And the founder is Mr. Jack Uy, who's our president and CEO of Savers Group Holdings. Now we have over 50 brands and 37 stores nationwide, from the topmost parts of Tuguegarao down to Cebu and even in Palawan. And we're very excited to move forward and extend additional appliances, additional offers for the everyday Filipino consumer. Now, in Savers, we don't only sell consumer electronics, we don't only sell appliances, but we offer our consumers with the end-to-end solution, from design to service to consultation, purchase, and installation and in maintenance. Now, this partnership with Hafele is very exciting because we're offering our consumers with the exact same scenario. Hafele and Savers do not only sell appliances, but we sell solutions to solve everyday problems that the Filipinos experience. And we're very, very excited for that. Now, in this building houses our flagship store and houses, I think, and I believe, is one of the largest appliance showrooms in the Philippines. We have over 25, I think the count is at 28 brands already, spanning an area of 4,000 square meters in space. And Hafele, in the next few days or so, you'll be seeing 3 very experiential showrooms in 3 different brands from Hafele, Bosch, and Embora. And what we offer here is not only appliances, not only cooking products for the customers, but now it's very exciting for us, personally for me, because we're not only now selling appliances, selling value for the customers, but now we're venturing towards hardware. And now this is a very good sign because we work very closely with contractors, interior designers, and architects. And now we get to now offer hardware on top of the appliances, on top of the solutions on installation and in maintenance. And again, I would like to thank everyone for being here with us today, especially the Hafele team headed by Mr. Roland, Mr. Mon. Thank you, and looking forward to the next set of stores that will be opening together.
Just the showrooms that we manage, but also really reaching out to the consumers more and doing so with the help of strategic partners like the Savers Group. We don't normally partner just with anyone. I mean, it's something that you really have to pick the right partner. It's like a marriage, no? You have to be married to the right partner to stay together. And this is something for the future. We believe that Savers is the best partner that we have for how to reach the consumers in Luzon, especially North Luzon. As Johnson mentioned, they have the widest network here. Certainly, they have the best capability because they have not just the infrastructure, the stores, but they also have the service, which is the number one priority for any consumer. It's not just about when you purchase, but even the after sales and how you're taken care of. And that's where their service arm really becomes a very, very important support to also our business. So I think with that, I think we are very, very much excited as everyone is. And I'm sure all of you are, but also as Roland mentioned, that excitement we'll have to temper a little bit. So we'll just have to hold that excitement a little bit longer, maybe a few more days, but nevertheless, we will give you a glimpse of what that vision is. And I think when you see it, what that glimpse will be, you will see how ambitious this is. We have not embarked on this kind of showroom of this scale, of this magnitude, outside of the ones that we ourselves manage, in much bigger locations. So to try to cram all those products into an experiential zone, roughly the size of 80 square meters, is something to really challenge anyone. And one thing I can say is we are always also very proud of our German heritage and quality, and that's something we are not going to compromise and something that you can always depend on.
Good morning, Mr. Pralman. My name is Rory Visco from frontpageph.com and also from Business Mirror. You've been managing director for Hafele in Indonesia for more than 7 months. How are you going to apply the vision and the strategy that you employed in your Indonesian stint now here in the Philippines, considering there are a lot of similarities in terms of culture and etc.
Oh, okay. Interesting question. So I was not 7 months in Indonesia. I was 8 years in Indonesia.
Yes, 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years in Indonesia, and I think the way how business is conducted in Indonesia and Philippines is quite similar. But Hafele setup, the setup of the company is very different. So Indonesia is very much a furniture manufacturing base, exporting market, whereas Philippines is a very domestic market. So where you have and more foreign direct investment. So to answer your question, I think when I came, my first impression was okay, very good. We have a good standing in terms of brand equity, brand positioning is quite good, and we are in the project business where we are strong, and we are in modern trade, and this doesn't exist in Indonesia that strong. So you have only 1-2 smaller modern trade companies. So the difference in the Philippines is you have a very mature modern trade business. And so, in terms of vision, where I saw really the opportunity is to expand the product range in the Philippines with appliances. Because we are ready with hardware, we are ready in the market, in modern trade, so now we see really this opportunity to expand into, with home appliance into the business. So I think this is a bit big picture, but I think it answers your question.
In terms of appliances, how were your appliances in terms of compliance with regard to carbon emission?
Let's say it's all German. Let's say we are since 10 years. We are sole distributor for Bosch Siemens Home Appliance. That's Europe's #1 appliance company. So it's all A-rated. It's really green product. It's the best standard what you can have if it comes to carbon emission. But of course, any production will have carbon emissions. Yeah. But let's say we apply in that sense really a German standard, yeah, for Bosch Siemens Home Appliance as best as we can, and anything what is acceptable, of course, in the market. So we try to lead there as good as possible.
Okay, so you're saying that you're as much as possible being compliant with global standards?
Oh, 100%.
Alright.
100%. We are not, let's say, deviating from any global standards or even local standards. So we are 100% compliant. 100%.
You're an engineering graduate at Fachhochschule Everthal. How is it different from an engineering background going into a sales or marketing background for Hafele?
Oh, you really investigated, yeah?
Sorry,
So,
I always do that, sorry.
you really investigated me. So, let's say I studied 30 years ago, and yeah, material science. So I come from the material engineering science background, and I went first into product development, looking more at specification, technicalities. I did apprenticeship as a carpenter, so I'm very much also until today involved into products. I love products because it's all about products, right? And so I did still my MBA to understand a bit the business setting in that sense, but let's say it equipped me very well, I think, for the current role also, where we are still very product focused, Hafele as a company, and yeah, but still we do business. Does this answer your question? Okay. So, yeah, let's say we are starting to look more into corporate social responsibility. We're starting to look into this more. We are having a project next year in our own building in Pagi, where we do solar roofing. Yeah, so we really want to reduce electricity costs and also really to reduce the carbon footprint. So this is, let's say, one project which we're doing. When I came to the Philippines also in the company, we had so much paper flying around all in color, printed out, and I thought also not only it's a waste of money, but also really this waste of paper which we are producing. So by 2025 we try to become almost paperless within the company. And I think important for the Philippines also to have socially a positive impact is we want to always give back, and so what we're doing also with our products is that we try to support also schools or orphanages, that we give products away every year actually, and we will intensify this, do this even more, because at the end I think it's really important to support the people who are less privileged than all of us. I think it's very important. My friend Somo.
Yeah. May I know who's asking the question?
Why Angeles and why Savers?
Okay, yeah. Well, as mentioned earlier, like when Johnson mentioned how many branches they have all over from Tuguegarao down to Palawan, and soon even in the south, there's no question that they're the best partner that we can have here in Luzon. And why Savers? Because also, as he mentioned, they have one of the biggest showrooms downstairs. There's nothing like that you can see. In fact, I'd argue, since I handle a national scope, I don't see that kind of showroom anywhere in the Philippines, honestly. With that many brands, 28 brands, over 4,000 square meters, it's just unheard of. So to have it here in Angeles is something which is good for the local consumers. I mean, you don't have to travel all the way to Manila. It's very accessible in Central Luzon with the highway systems. So bringing it closer here seemed like a natural fit. This is the perfect place to be. And definitely why Savers as well. You know, there's something that we look at when we look at strategic partners. Personally, I like to say it's about value, skill, and will. Value, what customer can provide you the best value with you. The skill is, do they have the capability to work with you, to keep in step, or to even push you to do better. And the will is the willingness to collaborate and to partner. And for all of that, they tick all the boxes really very, very well. So that's why we consider that a very strategic partnership here in Pampanga. And not just in Pampanga, by the way, but we really expect it to be all over Luzon as they continue to expand. Thank you. There's a lot of efforts that we're doing on the product and really expanding the range of product offerings that we have. Like I think you heard from the big boss himself, he's a product guy. So he's never satisfied with the product offerings we have. And also, we also want to innovate and come up with the best products, the most innovative ones. You know, I think that's the heritage and the benefit of being part of a global company like Hafele. You can always see what's working in other markets, especially what's working in Europe, in other fast-growing, developing markets in Southeast Asia like Vietnam, in Thailand, where we're very, very, very big. And getting all those learnings and saying, hey, you know, the Philippines is really poised for growth. We're an economy that's already on the way for that. And definitely, we need to be able to tap into that with the right product. And being a leader in our own right in everything to do with hardware, we are the best persons to really come up with the product offering. So definitely product in terms of hardware and appliance is something we will continue to innovate with. Over the next 6 months, we just finished our planning 2 and 3 weeks ago. And we already have a roadmap of what's going to happen, what we're going to be launching in the next 6 months. And my joke to the team is, you better leave your picture by the bedside of your loved ones because you're not going to see them quite that often. Because it's almost like every month we're going to be launching something, whether it's hardware or appliance, all the way until I think July or August next year. And that's what makes it really exciting. On the other side, that's expansion on product. Expansion as well in terms of footprint, in terms of being available in different locations is where we're also being more aggressive with, and that's being more aggressive in terms of retail presence. Retail presence in terms of having experiential showrooms like what you're going to see soon and what we plan to give you a glimpse of later. That experience is something we want to also bring. Also, retail footprint in terms of presence with strategic partners like Savers being available, hopefully in all their branches soon. Although really right now we've sort of tapped first the top 10 branches first. But soon we would like to be also present in all their branches because that's really the vision. So it's expansion in product and expansion in availability and presence. Yeah, thank you.
For the product expansion. So next year, on top of my mind, for new products which we are launching, is we have a full new range of electronic door locks. So electronic residential door locks, and there we'll have also highlighting products with, for example, facial recognition. So this is now something we are bringing in and really, with proven quality. So it's already in the market, kind of, but if I see the quality, and I don't know how good really their standards are, but we're bringing in there really a proper range. Then we have an entire black range for architectural hardware. So everyone who's a contractor or does interior design will be very appealed by the range of upgrade for our architectural hardware. And then thirdly, I would say we're focusing now very much on our product manager for appliances is also here amongst us. We're looking very much into appliances and here in built-in appliances, because this is the strength of Hafele when it comes to product is we're basically a one-stop shop. And it all merges, you see it very nicely actually within the kitchen. Because there you have hinges, you have runners, you have storage systems, you have lightings, you have pull-down mechanisms, and then you have also appliances, and especially built-in appliances. And there I think we have really a top range already with Bosch, but we are completing their, let's say, the product range. So I would say these three products like electronic locks, upgrade in architectural hardware, and the built-in home appliances. This is what we're currently really focusing on. Thank you.
If I may add to that, sorry. Yep. If I may add to that, in the areas of appliances, since you mentioned that there's a lot to be expecting over the next couple of months. You know, appliance industry is a very wide range. But we are choosing to focus on those appliances related to the kitchen. So anything in and around the kitchen, whether it's your freestanding cookers, for example, of course the built-in, built-in because it's something where the future will go to. You know, we have to look forward. And when you look at your neighbors in Asia, like in Vietnam and Thailand, everything is going built-in nowadays. And maybe we're not yet there in the Philippines, but we will get there soon, for sure. And to be at the forefront of that is exciting. So definitely we'll be doing a lot of that. But we're also expanding our offerings to the mainstream, where it's still quite common to have freestanding cookers, for example. We're expanding our range there in our offerings, both in the mainstream level, in the mid-tier level, and even on the premium side. So that we have an offering at different for different customers or consumers in different life stages, whether they're newly getting into a condo on their own, or they're starting a family, or they have a bigger family already and they want to have something that will last, that they can even give to the next generation. We have those kind of products that really last. So that's one. And I think the one thing that we wanted to answer your question was, where do you produce the product? So we have manufacturing facilities mostly in Europe, but just like any other company that operates in Asia, you cannot operate in Asia without having a factory somewhere in Asia. And therefore that factory is in China, which is basically supplying all the Hafele products to all the Hafele subsidiaries in Asia. And that's really, although operating in China, it is really, using the German standards. And that's basically what is also driving our growth ambition here. I mean, when you look at also the ambition of Hafele globally, the high growth markets are all in Asia, particularly Southeast Asia. Because as you can imagine, Europe, North America, these are already mature markets. So definitely the high growth, it's Southeast Asia, and that's the exciting part. Last question you had was, any plans locally? Not yet, but hopefully that we can still look at. We could definitely consider, because we have a highly skilled workforce. Definitely one that knows how to speak very good English. So that's something that is always an advantage to the Filipinos. So hopefully also something we can also influence our head office to certainly consider. This perception that, German quality, so therefore you have to be earning in euros to afford it. But no, actually you will be quite surprised. A lot of our appliances are, I wouldn't say they're the cheapest for sure, because that's not the positioning of the brand, but certainly it is very much within reach of the average Filipino household, even the middle class household, even broad C easily can. That's why I mentioned the offerings. We have entry level or mid or mainstream offerings that are very affordable. Working with strategic partners like Savers, for example, we offer very competitively priced products with good promotions, in fact, so that it's very affordable to the average Filipino. So definitely we're looking at targeting those in the entry level, but also those who are already upgraders. Maybe it's not their first cooking appliance, it's already their second or going on to their third. Maybe they already have a bigger family, established one. So we have an offering for that too. But to answer your question, are they competitively priced? Certainly they are. But they are not the lowest, to be also very transparent and frank. But certainly I guess that's where you have to now also give a compelling reason to the consumer. Why are they going to spend a little bit more? Just a little bit more for that German quality and innovation that we bring. And I think that's what's also exciting.
I mean, zinc alloy is, of course, most of our products. It's or steel based also, and so just also coming earlier to the question on CSR. So there will be also, I think, taxes now coming worldwide on zinc alloy, aluminium based products. So to reduce this or to give incentives to reduce the carbon footprint. So this will be a challenge for Hafele globally as a company, using the material which we do. And then, sir, actually for the manufacturing process, we have in our product range 200,000 products, and we have own manufacturing, which is owned by the company. There's 5 own manufacturing plants, and so there we have electronic locking, we have furniture fittings, we have connectors, yeah, for carcasses, yeah, which are let's say minifix we call them, yeah, which are furniture connectors. So honestly, it's a more automated process because they're all in Europe, less labor intensive, and yeah, high volume, and we try to be there, yeah, very as efficient as possible. Otherwise, we would not be able to sell them worldwide anymore. Also relating to the question before, that's why we also have OEM manufacturing in East Germany. So yeah, just like
Actually, you know, Hafele products are the products that a lot of the local engineers, architects, contractors are very, very familiar with already. So the good thing is, how can we partner with them? Or I think the one thing here that's also exciting is how Savers is able to attract and have these strong partnerships with the local chapters. In fact, we were just talking with Sir Jack in this month's GMM, the General Management meeting. In the next couple of weeks, we are going to be attending that as well and having a session to even give them an 1 hour of maybe even sort of training on what are the latest innovations that we have to offer. So those are the things that we can really do and work with the local chapters, know how to bring those latest German innovations, learnings, and products, and even share with them, hey, you know, we have this product in Europe. You think it's gonna work here? That's where this collaboration really becomes very, very important to get their feedback. So we are really looking forward to working with them because we know they will be the best people to appreciate the products that we have and to be able to share it with their customers. So something that you can also expect from us.
change and dialogue and really understanding the market, right? What is the need here in the Philippines? So we need to, or we want to engage also much more with the local chapters. So for example, in Taguig we'll have monthly dialogue sessions on products, because worldwide we have an army of product managers across all the product ranges, and so there we just get ideas in, and then we really want to bounce them off with the local market. I personally see many more opportunities what we can offer to the market. So if it comes along to sliding doors, I see there's a huge market where we can really bring in very interesting products. Now electronic locking, then whatever comes up in home automation, although it's a bit of a how do you say, trend now or coming up. Let's see how when it's really mature. But there's so many ideas we actually like to bounce off with architects. We like to be ahead with ideas and with innovations. I think that's our strength.
Best-selling product, you will be super surprised. So the best-selling product in the whole range of Hafele are furniture hinges. Do you know what that is? Yes. So that means is the mechanism, you don't know what it is, right? It's the mechanism which opens your door. And drawer runners. So if you pull out your drawer tonight, then you can look either on the side, whether it's a ball bearing runner or soft roller, or whether your runner's at the bottom, then we call it an undermount runner. So although we have so many specialties and really fancy products, in terms of quantity, the main selling product is the bread and butter.
In Indonesia we say kacang goreng, the roasted nuts, the bread and butter products. Yeah, this is still the most selling products in the Philippines. Yeah. But in value, it's appliances.